should have brought Plug and Play in about 5 years ago. We're probably a lot further ahead. Yeah, so what we learned is bring Plug and Play in sooner rather than later. What we do core values-wise with regard to NeoCity, we have a responsibility to grow and diversify our economy. We approach economic development really from two lanes. One is investment in infrastructure, and the other is investment in education. But our value is to take care of the citizens of Osceola County and be a great partner with relationships to anyone that wants to invest in our community. And Plug and Play has been a real remarkable partner in that regard. Well, we took NeoCity up to as far as that we could. It's a 500-acre campus located in Orlando, Kissimmee, Sanford, MSA, but we couldn't figure out how to get the private sector investment to take down the rest of the real estate. And the greatest reputation in the United States, if not the world, is Plug and Play. We were questioned that Plug and Play really didn't have a semiconductor vertical at the time, and strategically we thought, well, great, because they're going to do everything they can to make this vertical successful, because they've done it every other thing that they've touched. We started conversations with Plug and Play September of 2023, and we signed with Plug and Play shortly thereafter, and we're at the 2023 winter session, and here we are a year later, and we've made a ton of progress. We've had our first cohort, 20 startups, and with more great things to come. We're the only local government in the country that owns a semiconductor clean room. So we don't necessarily know how to get to commercialization and have connections to private companies. And Plug and Play is they're bringing those potential private investors to our community that would create the jobs that this is the reason why we built NeoCity to begin. Thousands of companies that Plug and Play works with, for us to get access to it, we never would have been able to do that. It literally puts us 10 years ahead of where we would. We've been in nonstop meetings, but one thing that Plug and Play tries to exhaust us in a good way is like every time we turn around, we're meeting with somebody, some other company, and we all seem to have some alignment and a reason to be together. And now we're starting to realize that we have our semiconductor vertical, but Plug and Play can also connect us with the aerospace vertical and other verticals that need semiconductors, and the value of that becomes synergistic. The two biggest success stories is the leveraging the value of Plug and Play into our strategy and how the National Science Foundation knows and respects that. And then the connections to all these companies that Plug and Play is associated with, top to bottom, and all these various verticals that are there. Tangible improvements with Plug and Play's involvement is that we are placed on the map now. It's the best marketing arm that we could possibly imagine because of the network that Plug and Play casts. And one thing we didn't realize besides the private sector companies was how much the federal government respects Plug and Play, and we're starting to put Plug and Play into our strategic plan, not only one for what the county's trying to do, but we were also awarded the National Science Foundation's Innovations Engine Award, $160 million for 10 years, one of 9 that currently exist in the U.S. It was an inaugural program, something we wouldn't have had or even thought of to do, a year ago. I'd recommend to other local governments in particular looking to do that, invest in infrastructure in a lane that the country needs, the federal government needs, and Plug and Play can fill in those gaps.